Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's me, it's your friend, the Awkward Commentator. Welcoming you back to yet another episode of the demo of Triangle Strategy. In the last episode, we witnessed a king being beheaded. We found out that the Aesfrosti army is making their way towards our destination. Yeah, I guess you could say that. And Benedict has told us that the only way out of this is to sacrifice Prince Roland. However, Frederica disagrees with that. So, what we're going to be doing this episode is we're going to try to convince everyone to not sacrifice Prince Roland, because I refuse to just sacrifice his life. And how we do that is the conviction right here. As you can see that little scale right there. We will be voting this episode, I believe this episode. And we're going to try to persuade people into not giving up Prince Roland. Could not have said that worse, but you know what? Let's go right in. As the Aesfrosti army continues in inexorable march on Castle Warford, Serenoa and his discuss the best path forward. I've officially given up trying to read words that I don't know. Bear with me, guys. Let's go.
I will give the signal when it is time to cast your vote. I ask each of you to weigh the matter carefully till then.
Very well, my lord. To our own councils we go.
Alright! Voting! The path of the story will be determined by the consensus of your party, as played out through voting scenes. Each of your allies will cast their vote according to his or her own conviction. As a player, you may cast a single vote, but you will be bound to the decision of the majority. Furthermore, before voting commences, you may speak to the others to persuade them to change their mind. Whether or not your attempt at persuasion succeeded, however, will not be known for sure until the votes are cast. The key to successful persuasion is gathering the necessary information beforehand. Head into town and see what knowledge you may glean from the people. And my god, I am doing a terrible job at this series so far because I failed to realize that I have to be reading the text dialogue. What is wrong with you, Tage? Holy crap. I have been awake since 5 a.m. It's currently, 1 or 2 p.m. right now. I got off work not too long ago, so my brain is not here yet. Yet for some reason I decided to go straight into this recording session. Okay, it looks like that Prince Roland, Benedict, Anna, and Glila have all decided that they want to hand over the prince. However, Frederica and Huguet are against that, and the only one that's undecided is Eridor. So what we're going to do is, we're going to go around town, talk to each and every individual we can, maybe find a few items here and there, and see what information we can gather, and try to gather information and see if we can persuade Roland, Benedict, Glila, or Anna. So, what do you say we start with this house right here? Never mind, doesn't look like anybody's home. But I found a firestone, sorry, excuse me, I didn't mean to steal that, but I guess I stole it anyway. Oh well, it's totally fine. Well, since nobody's in that house right there, I guess I'll talk to the guardsman right here. Hello, sir. Oh, nope. What? Oh. A terror like none other came over me when I saw the state in which you returned, my lord. Alright, well, he's got no information for us. Is there a door? There seems to be no door in that house right there, but that's okay. We'll go inside. Just barge right in. Once again, I'm going to be stealing because I see an item on the ground. Ooh, nice. Once again, nobody's home, but that's totally okay. Excuse me, my cat for some reason thinks that he has to be near my friggin' microphone. Hello, how are you? The Salt Iron War had just broken out in earnest when Aesfrosti's foundries began producing arms and armor forged of iron. the likes of which we'd never seen. 'Twas a great boon to an already impressive army. Ere long, they brought destruction to every corner of the realm. As I hear it, the Aesfrosti army remains the most mighty on the continent. I pray that we are not about to relive that bloody age. Alright, well, she didn't have much information for me to obtain to try to persuade somebody, so time to go down here and head inside this house right here. Hello, how are you guys doing tonight? Has the crowned city truly fallen? What madness is this? Mother's not herself today. Has something scary happened? Oh, you're just a child. Unfortunately, you have no idea what's going on in the outside world, so be glad you don't know, little one. Oh, what do we got right here? HP recovery palette. I'll definitely be using that. There's commotion in the capital to be sure, but it'll all be over soon. The Dawn Spear will see to that. Hey, the sun won't set on Glenbrook till Sir Maxwell falls. Ha! As if that would ever happen. Sir Maxwell laid down his life so that we might see another day. We must do all in our power to see that his noble sacrifice was not in vain. I hate to tell you, but I'm sad too. Sir Maxwell has met his fatal demise, and I am so upset about it. Oh well. Nobody home? Once again, I don't even see an item in there. Hi. I had a mind to make my way to the capital, but the high road's blocked. What's the meaning of this, anyway? I've got mouths to feed at home. Okay, well, he didn't have much information. Ooh, got something over here. Obtain HP recovery palette. Alright, not bad. A lot of empty houses in here, unless this house is yours. Oh yeah, I forgot I haven't visited this little area yet. I don't think I've talked to everybody up here. Did I talk to you? No, there's one more house I haven't been into yet. Long have I heard rumors of secret traps that dot the Wolfhard. Crap, I've heard that word so many times, yet I keep forgetting about it. If the tales are to be believed, they serve to make quick work of any intruders, though I can't help but wonder, why keep such a valuable weapon so secret? Secret traps. It is hard to say what this might mean for us. They might well be employed to give us an advantage in battle, but at what cost to our own? Alright, we have learned about the Wolfhard's secret weapon. And this on the eve of a new age of harmony. What could the Archduke be thinking? Anything in here? Does not look like it. Honestly, this looks nice and cozy. I'd totally live here. Alright, time for the final area over here, because I have 2 more people to talk to from the looks of it. I shudder to think there's a bounty on Prince Roland's head. The boy has always been a friend to the people. It says he's to be delivered alive. I'd wager they have no plans of executing him, at least. Not anytime soon. I shall let the others know of this. Is it true? Has Aesfrost attacked the crowned city? How could the high houses have let this happen? Alright, well, I think that's pretty much everything I can do right now. I've gathered some information. I've been in every house. Looks like I've talked to... Yeah, I've been in here. Looks like I've talked to everybody. So, nothing else to do except to go to the council chambers. Yes, I would like to return. I want to try to persuade the others, see if I can get everyone to agree with me on this. First up, you know what, let's go to Prince Roland himself. There must be a way to avoid weighing my life against those of others. I trust we can find it. Decide what you will. I shall follow whatever judgment you pass. Let's try to persuade him. Okay. Trust in your mind, not your heart. How many lives would be saved? We must protect Prince Roland at all costs. It may take effort, but they can be swayed. Alright. We must protect Roland at all costs. I would not allow my life to be weighed against those of the people. Have you forgotten Sir Maxwell's dying words?
Certainly.
Father taught that whoever rules is righteous, by virtue of their station alone. But now, though I weigh your words more heavily than most, I know not what is right.
However,
I appreciate you speak in your mind, but I have my own thoughts on the matter. After all, is it not best that I handle that which is easily settled by my word alone? there is a way by which we might still overcome our foes.
I wonder.
You mean to say such a thing is available to us? Such a tactic would demand a sacrifice of your people, and against their will, no doubt. I can no longer discern what is right and wrong. I place my fate in your hands. And we have Persuade Roland. Just 3 more to go. Or he's officially undecided right now. So, what do you say we talk to everyone else before we actually start persuading them? Next up, Kalila.
What do you need?
We stand no chance against an army that large. Releasing the prince to Aesfrost is the logical decision. With all due respect to His Highness, the kingdom must come before his personal freedom. Try to persuade her. Only a fool would pick a fight he cannot win. I do not take you for a fool. They will see us as naught but pawns if we surrender Roland.
I don't know.
All the more reason to prepare for battle now, while they are otherwise occupied. We may find their weakness yet.
Well,
I too wish we did not have to surrender Prince Roland, mind you. We must be thorough in times like these. Pray continue. I would hear your thoughts in more detail. Truth be told, I have a plan. A hidden device that may give us the upper hand? I too have heard the rumors, and yet I see where your heart lies, my lord. Let us hope that it leads us well. And we have persuaded Galila. Nice. Only 2 more people to persuade. I guess I can talk to Hugit. Our kingdom needs Prince Roland now more than ever. He is to be protected above all others. I have no point in persuading you, so I'm going to talk to Eridor, and then I'm going to try to persuade Benedict and Anna. If I remember correctly, I was unable to persuade Benedict last time. He still voted to hand over the prince, but let's see if we can change that.
Aye, lad.
I'm no fool, my lord. We stand as good as a chance against Aesfrost's army as an egg against the castle walls. But we can't go offering up Prince Roland's head on a silver platter. Core, he's all that's left of our royal family. Okay, I'm going to try with Benedict first. Suppose we decline, the duchy's army will stop at nothing to take Prince Roland from us.
Lord Serenoa.
Allowing emotion to govern us in the moment will only cloud our judgment. Alright, well, I failed last time. Let's see if I can do anything this time. I trust that you will make a reasoned decision, my lord. Perhaps the battle is not as hopeless as one might think. The town's secret weapon? I must confess,
indeed.
I was not aware you knew of our domain's last resort. Forgive me, nothing I have heard here has shaken my convictions. Have you any more to say in your favor? I do believe the battle is a futile one. As Lord, my duty of live that our land yet flourish. Part of me wants to go with this one, but part of me wants to go with this one right here. But I'm gonna go with this one.
However,
Acting merely on wishful thinking will open you to criticism, and rightly so. Though this presumes that I have correctly deduced that you will agree with His Highness's thinking.
I am decided.
At any rate, I thank you for sharing your thoughts with me. I shall take them to heart. Alright, well, he's undecided, but I'm pretty sure he's still gonna vote. However, I officially don't have him underneath hand over Prince Roland to avoid conflict. So, last but not least is Anna.
Lord Serenoa.
War with Aesfrost would mean House Wolford's destruction. This much is clear. You lead House Wolford and your Lord Father Steed. Your duty is to your land and its people. Let's try to persuade Anna. Surrendering Roland is the only way to protect the domain. Surely you can see that. Oh no! I didn't get enough information to unlock the 3rd one. That's not it. Okay. We cannot yield to enemies' every demand.
In that case...
Every demand. So you foresee this being the first of many. I agree that it is not ideal to submit in this instance, but what other options have we?
However...
As in all things, logic must guide our judgment. I was not able to persuade her. Wait, what? Oh. Well, at least she's... Okay. Well, I guess there's nothing less... Well... Let's... Oh, I never talked to Frederica. Holy crap. A peace built by forsaking our friends and countrymen in their time of greatest need is no peace at all. I know what I ask is not easy, but I pray we find a bloodless path out of this conflict. I'm actually curious, what would happen if I try... Oh, no, I'm not going to do that, no. Never mind, I don't want to surrender Prince Roland. We are going to commence our vote. Yes.
It is time to cast our votes.
I hereby open this matter to a vote. The question before us, do we surrender Prince Roland in accordance with Aesfrost's demands, or do we fight for his freedom? On this matter, I say, we must protect Roland at all costs.
Approach the scales of conviction.
I bid you approach the scales of conviction.
I believe in you.
I put my faith in you as ever, my friend.
I believe I can decide this matter with confidence.
I too have made up my mind. May we not regret the path we have chosen.
So?
You believe we can win, yes?
My apologies.
I am ever a servant of House Warford, but I cannot agree to this.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
The scales of conviction shall now reveal to us the path we have chosen. Looks like everyone except for Anna I was able to persuade. But I got my decision, the one that I wanted. We will not sacrifice Prince Roland.
The way forward is decided.
The scales have spoken. Our path is decided. We surrender Prince Roland to no one. I got worried for a second there because the text was going slow, and I was like, wait a minute, what? Thus Frosty shall get our blades between their ribs and thank us for the honor.
The judgment is made.
The scales tip, and our path is chosen. We must steel ourselves for the battle that lies ahead.
Very well. Then I will do all in my power to see that it proves the right one. I fight with you, my friend.
Prepare the defenses. We will hold our own against the army of Aesfrost.
After consulting the scales and reaching a consensus, House Wolfort resolved to shelter Prince Roland. Not long after, they find themselves besieged by an elite subset of Aesfrost's forces. Commanding the Duchy's armies is none other than General of Laura, the deadly warrior who claimed the lives of Prince Franny and Sir Maxwell with her own hands.
Pardon the intrusion, Your Grace. A raven's arrived from House Wolfert.
Concerning Prince Roland, no doubt? So they refused to relinquish him to us. How intriguing. They will remain loyal to the royal family even if it means their demise. Very well. Send a raven to General of Laura. Tell her to make for the Wolfort domain at once, and that she is to return with the prince, or not at all.
Yes, Your Grace.
Alright, we got ourselves a few side stories, actually, 3 of them. Nice, so... A bird arrives at Hakuru's castle, bearing news from a lookout. What do you say we go over these side stories right here? First up, we'll go with Telelord Plaza. A raven from the Crowd City arrives at the Telelord domain, prompting Lord Silvio to consider his next action.
Ah, Lord Telior. There you are.
Yes, what is it?
Tidings from Whitehall, my lord. House Wolfort shelters Prince Roland within their domain and refuses to acquiesce to Aesfrost's demands.
What's this? Those fools would stand in defiance against the Duchy.
The Archduke's forces move against the Wolforts as we speak. They intend to capture Prince Roland and bring down House Wolfort in one fell swoop.
House Wolfort is strong. Not strong enough for a full-on attack from the Duchy's forces. And yet, there is always the chance, however slim, that they will prevail. Best wait and see how the situation unfolds. Yes, there is no need to rush into anything. We must consider carefully what will afford us the best chance of survival. Continue to keep your eye on the other domains. I must know of any movement among the Wolforts and the Fox, no matter how inconsequential.
Yes, my lord.
Next up, Whitehall Castle. After seeing General Alvora and her troops off, Erica and Talos stroll the grounds of Whitehall Castle, discussing what may come to pass.
So they would rather die than bend the knee? Wolfort truly is a house of fools. At least Avlora will have the chance to prove herself on the battlefield.
That's why we took her in, no? She'll prove useful yet.
For her own sake, I would hope so. Once we bring down the highest of the 3 high houses, what do you suppose will become of the other 2?
I should think the answer obvious, dear sister. The cowardly Teliors will be at our beck and call. The Falks, too stubbornly loyal for their own good, will not. House Falks presides over bountiful lands. Now, do you suppose Brother will pass up the chance to claim such a tantalizing prize?
Indeed not, brother dear.
Man, you two are just a bunch of stuck-up, stubborn snobs, aren't you? Alright, well, last up. News of House Wolfort's decisions arrives in the Fog's domain on dark wings, spurring Lord Landor to action. Landroy, whatever his name is.
You are aware that Prince Roland fled to the Wolfort domain after the Crown City fell. Aesfrost demanded that His Highness be relinquished to their custody immediately. We have just received word that Wolfort refused. A most admirable display of loyalty to Glenbrook's royal family if ever I have seen one. And they are not the only ones who shall remain true. In the name of King Regna, House Fox too will take up arms against those Aesfrosty bastards! For we are one of the 3 high houses of Glenbrook. We will live up to that name and fight for our homeland with our lives! Aye! Aye! May your shields be strong and your swords strike true, my countrymen! For Glenbrook!
For Glenbrook! And I hope no one's walking by my door the moment I shouted both of those. Okay, well, I think I'm going to call it quits on this episode, guys. Thank you all for joining me back here on another episode of Triangle Strategy, the demo. Hope to see you guys back here in the next episode. I hope each and every single one of you watching this video has a fantastic day. And I'll catch each and every single one of you later!